Brendan Rodgers milking the applause of the supporters after improving on Jock Stein's best start to a domestic season. Here's the man of the match, Kieran Tierney and Callum McGregor.
Gentlemen, well done. Kieran, sum up that win.
Yeah, it was brilliant for everyone at the club. We all know what it meant and what the history is, so yeah, brilliant.
As a Celtic fan yourself, if you were told you were going to break any Lisbon Lion record, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, even to be in the same kind of category as that is unbelievable. As I said, everyone here's proud, and the hard work we're putting in is paid off.
Set up a couple of goals yourself today. Rate your own performance.
Yeah, I was just trying. First half I wasn't successful getting balls in the box, but second half the boys were more clinical, and yeah, I'm happy.
Callum, you opened the scoring, but when did you find out you were playing?
Just a couple of minutes before we came in for the warm-up, so it was a bit of a surprise, but again you try and prepare as you're starting, so it was good that I came on and got a goal.
Mentally, how do you have to try and prepare for it though? Is it difficult?
Yeah, sometimes it can be, but you just try and be professional and make sure you're ready when you're called upon, and that was the case today.
Well done, your record breakers. Kieran was the Ladbrokes man of the match. Callum, can you hand over the champagne, please?
Cheers, thank you.
How good is Kieran Tierney?
Oh, excellent. I mean, we already know how good he is, and he's forcing his way into Scotland setup. Listen, the young man can go as far as he wants to go. First half he bombed down there without getting too much of the ball. Second half, clearly the difference. You know, he set up 2 goals. Should have been a third. Scott Sinclair could have had a hat-trick. He probably missed his easiest chance to score at that time. And as I say, Hearts just could not handle him going down that left, and he showed the quality he possesses with the balls he would put in were just magnificent.
Put this record into some kind of context for us, Andy.
Well, they're making their own history. I don't think anyone would wish to compare them with the Lisbon Lions. I think they stand alone. Any team that can win 5 trophies, including the European Cup in the one season, they stand alone. But this is a terrific record. It's from the start of the season, and I think the home supporters now are thinking, can this team go the whole season undefeated? It's not just about a treble now. It's the potential of going through the whole season undefeated.
Who's going to stop them?
Well, it could be anybody. You know, if you look at the history book so far, the only team taking points off them are Inverness Cali Thistle, and they see themselves bottom at the moment. Which is the aspect they scored a late goal, and Inverness played well that day and could have snatched all 3. But no, it's going to take something special. At Celtic Park, can you see anybody beating them? Nah, not really, not at all. And that's no disrespect to any team in the league. They're very strong here. This is without their 2 top goal scorers and a goal scorer midfield players today. Celtic Park is a fortress. Coming to Tynecastle, going to Ibrox, Pittodrie, places like that, St Johnstone next week. Yeah, you can see them losing something, because you know that would start to creep into. I mean, you know, Andy's right. They're not going to be held in the same breath as the Lisbon Lions, but that's not their fault. They've just got to beat whatever records put in front of them. But there's a real possibility they could go the whole season undefeated. If they did that, then that would push you into a very, very high place in Celtic's history.
And Rob, we touched on it there. They lost 2 main strikers today, not one but both of them. And also there was the change and the injury to Stuart Armstrong, a big player in the warm-up. Callum McGregor comes on and then opens the scoring. So it shows you there's a strength in depth, and it is very deep at Celtic.
Exactly that. And then of course they take advantage when Hearts pushing a lot of men forward. They can break at real pace. The quality here of Sinclair, who's the wide player, all of a sudden they all change roles. The wonderful first touch from McGregor gets the finish, and you can just see here Martin is the one that frustrates you, I think, Robbo, because just a 10-yard sprint there.
I think just about on the halfway line. If he makes that wee 10-yard sprint and gets there, then that could be stopped. But I tell you what, I know I was joking at half-time about the Sclav finish from Callum McGregor. It was actually a very smart finish, and it was a very good goal and all.
Yeah, and the second half was begin to show the impact of Tierney on the left-hand side.
How good a ball is this for you? Were both strikers. How good a ball is this from Tierney to attack?
It's an absolute dream. But the surprise for me is the reaction, not there, which is a bit strange, putting on to the goalkeeper from Hughes. But his second reaction, no real conviction into clearing it. And then you saw again Tierney, the amount of times that he's so willing.
This one's a clever one though, Andy, as well, because he actually picks him out. The first one in Sinclair's chance, he's put the ball in an area. Here, he picks him out. He knows what he's doing there. He picks Patrick Roberts out and he slams it home. But again, that's what we're saying. It was the variety of crossing that he provided today, because the cross for Sinclair that he missed really was probably the cross of the game. It was a magnificent cross. And
any doubts about the penalty?
No, you know, we talked about the potential that this one's a penalty, and it's brilliantly tucked away from Sinclair. And as we're saying, the only The only sort of downer for Celtic or Sinclair today was he really should have hat-trick, because the quality of the pass or the cross from Tierney for the chance that he missed was just sublime.
All the same, that's him, joint top scorer in the Scottish Premiership. 13 goals for Scott Sinclair. Great return for a player of his position. Should Hearts have got back into this game at 1-0?
Well, we've said all along, you get a chance, maybe one chance a half. They had a wee chance for Jamie Walker to slip somebody through first half, was unlucky, but this is the opportunity. And what I said, look at the touch here, that's the one that kills him. He's trying to reverse through. It's a decent save from Craig Gordon. It's one you'd expect him to make, but if you compare his first touch to the touch that McGregor took first half, McGregor took it into the box and tucked it with his left foot. Hard Mallory managed just to knock it another yard first time. He would have been able to slot it first time.
Is this his last game for Celtic, do you think? Craig Gordon? Is he going to go then?
I don't think so. Listen, if he's motivated,
do you think he's going to stay?
I think he's going to stay. If he's motivated by money, you know, by all means, go to the Premier League and treble your wages. But if he wants to play and win trophies, play in the Champions League, and actually have that enjoyment when you've been out for so long, not so long ago, with a long injury, to play every week, I think that's the key. He was out for 2-3 years. Yeah. He wants to play. The last thing Craig Gordon wants now is to go back and sit on the bench for another 2 or 3 years. This today can help. He's breaking records. They're going for an invincible season and winning a treble. That to me would be more of a turn on.
Rob, I'm going to have to interrupt you. Brendan Rodgers has joined us. Here he is now with Luke.
Brendan, well done. Record breakers. Sum up the win in that record that you've broken.
Well, an outstanding team performance, I thought. If you think of the players that was missing in terms of Dembele and Griffiths and Roderick and Armstrong are the sort of main attacking threats really throughout the season. To score 4 goals and play as well as we did, I was, you know, really, really proud of the team. Very proud of how we pressed. You know, I think of our work rate right from the very first whistle. How we pressed the game. You can see what Ian's trying to do with his team in terms of get them to play and have, you know, some rhythm in their game. But we didn't really allow that today, and that's a huge testament to the focus and the quality of the players of how they pressed the game.
You mentioned, I mentioned the record at the top. How much do you look into that? 27 games unbeaten.
Yeah, I think if you look over the course of the great history of this club, and this is a club that has a history, you know, there's no question about that. You know, 129 years. So for the players to have broken that record that was held with such a great team here, then of course we're very privileged and very proud to do that. But I just said to the players afterwards, we have to keep pushing. You know, we've broken it. You stand on your own now within that domestic run, but we have to keep going and win as many games as we possibly can. And I think, thankfully, I've got a group of players here that have bought into everything that we're trying to do. You know, being relentless every day in our training, and hopefully we can continue with this great run.
Transfer deadline day coming up shortly. Any ins and outs?
Nothing at the minute. I'm not so sure there's going to be some in. We obviously wanted to get 1 or 2 in, but that's not always down to ourselves. So, and probably we know outs. We've sent a couple of our younger players on loan. I think the squad of players that we'll have here will probably be the ones that we'll have through to the end of the season. And then there's no doubt I want to strengthen, but it might not be in this window.
Craig Gordon staying?
Yeah, he's very much a part of what we're trying to do here. There's no way I can replace a player of that quality, and how he's developed over the last 6 months has been fantastic. So I really want him here, get him to a new deal, and then we can, as I said, keep continuing and move the whole club forward.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, congratulations to Brendan. Do you think Celtic need another player?
I think Celtic's focus is always how can they improve for Champions League qualifiers and to get out of the group stages. That's the big demand for this Celtic squad.
OK, Andy, Robbo, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Not Hearts Day as it turned out, but who can stop this record-breaking Celtic side? Probably only themselves at this rate. Congratulations to them. We'll see you next Sunday with St Johnstone Celtic. Bye for now.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live on all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.